Right then guys, how's it going and welcome back to a new video. The Newcastle United takeover officially went through last night. I was at St James's Park. If you've not seen my videos there, be sure to check them out on the channel. I am a little bit hungover, but it was 100% worth it. Had a fantastic time last night and basically just soaking it all in today, as I'm sure loads of you guys are as well. And we are back today to talk about the first 5 things the new Newcastle United owners will do for Newcastle United. Now, I'm going to give you a little spoiler. Signing Mbappe is not in my top 5 list. It's always fun to joke around, but these are genuine things that I think could be done in the next 2 weeks before we even play against Tottenham. Let me know down below what your top 5 things that you think are going to get changed down below. Maybe you don't know, maybe you don't think they will do them straight away, but something that you think is a priority that they should be looking at very quickly. So, for me, number 1, get those Sports Direct signs down off our stadium. For me, that has to be number 1. I think it will very likely be number 1 in their book as well. I'd be very surprised when we play Spurs in just over a week's time if those signs are still on the stadium. I've already seen a couple of pictures floating around on Twitter of some Sports Direct signs in a bin, but we do know that they changed them at the start of this season, so that could well be an old picture. But in terms of those big signs all around our stadium, that blue and red, get it down ASAP. The only thing that worries me slightly about these Sports Direct signs is we know what Ashley's like, trying to get a little extra deal in for himself. I am praying to God that he has not signed on some sort of I'll sell the ground, but as part of it, I want my signs to remain on the stadium for the next 2 seasons. I really swear to God, I hope there's nothing like that. That's the tiny little thing in my head. I don't know why they would let him have that, but we know what he's like. So, number 1, get those signs off our stadium. Number 2, Alan Shearer. And I've got 2 things here that I'm going to put together because they're both about Shearer. Alan Shearer. Shearer's bar got changed to 9 bar, and that is because basically Mike Ashley didn't like Shearer, the way he spoke about him, etc. Which, to be honest, I don't think there's a single fan who doesn't think of the way Shearer does about Mike Ashley. I think we all agree with Shearer. But anyway, obviously Mike Ashley wasn't too pleased with that, so he renamed Shearer's bar into 9 bar. That has got to get changed straight away. That is a quick and easy change that will make a lot of Newcastle fans very happy. To go alongside that, because we're talking about Shearer, the Alan Shearer statue. If you're not a Newcastle fan, if you're just watching this video, or if you've maybe not been to the ground, the Alan Shearer statue is not in the grounds of St James's Park. It's not next to Bobby Robson. It's not next to Jackie Milburn. Well, it's kind of close to Bobby Robson, but it is not on the grounds of St James's. It is out on the front road. And that is because, again, Mike Ashley not a fan of Alan Shearer. Newcastle United did not pay for that statue. The council paid for that statue. And because it was bought by the council, they did not have permission by the club to put it on the site of St James's Park. How bad is that? Our record goal scorer, the club did not allow the council-paid statue to even be on the premises of the stadium. How bad is that? So, as I say, Shearer's bar, change 9 bar back to Shearer's bar, and get that Alan Shearer statue off the path round the corner and up in front of the stadium with Sir Bobby or with Jackie Milburn. Number 3, and this one is talking about statues again, and this one has actually come out of something that Amanda Staveley said. So, number 3, Kevin Keegan statue. Kevin Keegan has not had enough recognition. He's got so much love from the fans. And this is basically come from what Amanda said. So when I'm talking about the top 5 things they will do, we know there is something in the pipeline here. So Amanda Staveley said, I've always wondered why Alan Shearer's statue is outside the stadium land. Well, I've just explained it there. So we know she's looking to do something with that. That's something that has to change, and it will. And then she also says, and why is there such little recognition of Kevin Keegan there? Question mark. It's going to be a Kevin Keegan statue. The only other, in terms of what else they could do for him, I mean, I'm going to talk about these two guys a little bit more in a second in number 4. But I think it has to be a statue. She wants to give him recognition. The only other thing is, naming a stand, but they're already named. So I think it probably will be statue. It will definitely be something there for him. Number 4. Now, I've just said I'm going to talk about these two guys again. I'm going to talk about this in a much broader scale. And what I've wrote down is ambassador roles. Legends programs. Let's actually get back to making our club a community again. Kevin Keegan is effectively being banned from the stadium under the old owner. Alan Shearer's statue wasn't allowed on the premises, even when Newcastle United didn't pay for it. Ambassador roles, legends programs. It's been so good watching Sky Sports and these other programs. Rob Lee's been on, chatting away about what he thinks. Shea Giffen was on. His son was in the interview with a Newcastle top on, celebrating. I've seen Warren Barton on talking as well. Not heard from Shearer yet, but I've no doubt he will. Sam Fender. Again, it's not football, it's music, but he was on the telly wearing his Newcastle top, hungover as hell this morning, which is just fantastic. All these kind of things have just been so far away from where we want to be. I go and see Stuart Mac do a talk at the Dog and Parrot before some of the matchday games. It's great. It's really good, and it's always blowing my mind why we are not doing anything with these guys. Whether it be in Shearer's bar, before the game, have someone different on. Let's try and make it a community. Let's build some spirit. And I think one of the big, quick and easy way as well, by the way, but a really good way to win fans, love from the fans. Not that I think they've already got it, to be honest. They could do little of this list and still be loved at this point. But, get Shearer in, get Keegan in, ambassador roles, even if it's out on the training ground. We want to see these guys. These are huge figures in the Newcastle United fan base that we all know and love, and we want to see more of them. I've seen clubs like Liverpool do fantastic legends programs. We have none of that. We need to do that. We need to do it quick. At number 5. This might well have been number 1 on your list. I've put it in at number 5. Let me know what you think, and it is sack Steve Bruce. I think it's coming. I honestly do. I think it'll be very high on their priority list. I've just been reading that apparently Conte's supposedly been offered a role already. And I mean, you've got to take everything with a pinch of salt, but it would not surprise me if, it all happened very quickly for us. For them, they would have really known this prior. They would already have had, and I know Amanda's done some interviews, so if you've not seen them, Amanda Staveley, by the way, I'm saying it as if I'm a best mate. I feel like I am at this point. She's already spoken about we're going to take things as it comes, and we're going to make decisions, and we're going to look at everything. They've already got a plan. They already have their top 5 things on their list. I'm telling them what mine are. They're already going to have that list, and I think these 5 will definitely be on that list. What order they're in and where the priority is, I don't know, but one of the things as well will be for Steve Bruce to go. The only thing I can say about Steve Bruce is he's been handcuffed behind the back the whole time he's been in the job. He's not had the support, he's not had the money, but, and again, Amanda Staveley said this in her interview, our team is better than where it is. Our team is better than winning no games so far this season. And at the end of the day, that is because Steve Bruce is not getting the best out of our players. They're the same players we had, when Rafa was there and he managed to work a tune out of them. And then for whatever reason, I know Bruce just about managed it at the end of last season when we somehow got 12th. But we've started this season terribly. Steve Bruce, it's meant to be his 1,000th game against Spurs at the weekend. So then you're thinking, are they going to let him have that? I think for me, I would say get gone, Graham Jones, caretaker. So when we get to that first home game in a week's time, there's only something to cheer about. I mean, the cheers will definitely drown out the boos if Bruce is there, but clean slate, let's get started, and then the boost and the jump from the fans and the atmosphere will be enough to get these players motivated very quickly. Like this whole takeover thing, regardless of whether Bruce is there or not, I think at this point, those players will know that they need to actually get grafting and start playing for this team now, because I feel like that's been lost this season. We're walking around, we don't look bothered, and I think a big part of that is Bruce has lost the dressing room. So for me, number 5, Bruce out, Graham Jones in, new manager very soon. Alright, that was my list. Let me know down below what your 5 things that you think the owners should be doing very quickly. As I say, if that list isn't right, it's going to be close. I can guarantee you that. Maybe they've got a list of 10 things. It wouldn't surprise us, but I think those things will definitely be on their list. Alright guys, thanks for watching. As always, drop a like on the video. Yeah, last night was fantastic. Today's been brilliant as well. I think I'm actually going to go live over on the Magpie channel in a bit. So if you are watching this while I'm recording it on the Friday, come over and say hello. But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Plenty of Newcastle videos on the way. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.